Hello, welcome everyone to another Sound Goblin Gaming stream. We're here for Perfectly Normal Power Company this time, and I'll be your foreman, Shiv.
I'm Bograd.
Krampus.
I'm Hunter Grain.
The two of them, Bograd and Krampus, was amalgamated into a single being.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're playing Lobotomy Corporation, where we're going to run a power company of sorts. We'll just jump right in.
I was gonna say, it's a tutorial. I think we are people who know how to play video games.
We don't need a tutorial.
You kind of don't, honestly. The tutorial doesn't really cover a whole lot. Alright, well, we've got something here.
It feeds on evil that seeps out during conversations between people. This is Angela.
I wish she'd open her eyes. Oh, she's an AI.
Weird thing for an AI to say.
Yeah.
So, for a little background, this is Lobotomy Corporation. It is the first game from a South Korean game studio, actually called Project Moon. They've since gone on to make Library of Ruina and are currently working on a game called Limbus Company. They do pretty interesting, fairly unique games. So like this one, for instance, is sort of a management sim game, but has a very unique twist to it, and there's nothing quite exactly like it. It's a little bit management game, a little bit dungeon keeper, a little bit its own thing that nothing else has really ever done. I need to update Twitch info. It still says we're doing Elden Ring.
Switch.
Sound Goblin stream without technical difficulties. Or, you know, Twitch.
The next time we get access to the options menu, and we also want to turn down the music volume.
I already did.
Yeah.
The game is extremely loud.
Yeah, the game is extremely loud. This is half volume. I'll turn it down more.
Mildly frightening.
Tell me more about the company.
That being said, I think we have access to the options menu right now. I think if you click the Lobotomy Corp logo in the top right, oh no, that's just the log for a moment.
That's it, Sephiroth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Just confirming that that's what it said.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're running a power company where we harness energy from
Abnormalities.
things which should not be.
I think I've played this game.
Look, don't concern yourself with it too much.
Something like Day at the Observatory, the Observation Room, or something like that.
No, see, the thing you have to understand about Lobotomy Corporation, as opposed to, like, all the other games that are, like, sort of SCP influenced or whatever, is Lobotomy Corporation is actually good.
You know, that's fair. Like, I'm not even going to try to argue against that. Those Night at the Observations, or whatever they are, they're bad.
Some of us are new to this, Cyber Tavarog, and some of us are not.
Yeah, it kind of runs the gamut.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, Hunter is entirely new, and myself, Bograt, and Krampus have either played a bit or seen a bit.
Bograd has the amazing capability of just doing the stuff that people don't expect in a way that both amazes and frightens them.
Yeah, it is currently. We are going to be adjusting it as soon as we gain access to the menu again.
Yeah, we've already set volume to half, and it's apparently also still way too loud.
It's Yukari.
That's Malkuth.
This is Malkuth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even has an armband with M for Malkuth.
Yeah, the armband was what made the armband and hairband made me Yukari. But now that I think about it, I don't think Yukari has a headband. Is that the Sephiroth in the background?
Yes.
That is, in fact, Sephiroth in the background.
Okay.
Perfectly normal thing to have inside your company that harnesses the energy from abnormality. First day of the job, someone already wants to leave.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much every job I've ever had.
Yeah, she can handle it.
Someone pounding on the door screaming that they can't work here anymore. Yeah, I worked at Best Buy. Yeah, that happened.
Say, that was like a normal weekly occurrence when I worked at Walmart.
each day we choose a section of the facility, and we improve that facility, usually by adding an abnormality to it.
Being said, we don't always have access to everything. We can only access what the game allows us.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
How's that for volume? Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay.
Yes.
And yes, as Tvorog is pointing out in chat, we do have our agents over there. So we start with Melendez there. However, we can basically make our own agents and customize them. So you can go to hire, and it'll cost us 1 lob, but we can actually either take the one that's just pre-generated for 1 lob or customize them for an additional lob.
Yeah, now we only have 2 lob. Increasing justice is...
Increasing stats in general costs additional lob, but is not particularly necessary this early on.
Yeah.
And those stats will also grow naturally.
Yeah, just justice costs much more than increasing other stats.
Yes. There's a reason for that.
I'm sure all will be explained in time. Or not. Who knows?
This is our first abnormality. We know nothing about it. It's the very first one we got.
That smells like chicken.
Let's hire 2 more people. Fill out our slots. Yes, we have Melendez, Jose, and Griffin. Alright. So this is our thing. It's perfectly normal.
Yep, and you can see at the moment it's just labeled as O0303. These do actually mean things, but we'll get into that again later on.
So this becomes a little bit like Fallout Shelter.
Not.
No, I mean
kind
like.
of.
I mean like this visual.
Yeah, the visual style, yes, is a side-on, like Fallout Shelter style.
If you zoom in a
That's
bit
kinda
on
what
that,
it's-
Shiv, we can actually like read the commentary. So as our workers here sort of work with these abnormalities, you'll see on the left-hand side there are some red dots and some blue dots forming. Blue dots are successful interactions. Red dots are negative interactions. And based on how many you get in proportion, determines whether you have a good, neutral, or bad interaction with the abnormality.
There's a bomb.
And in doing so, we also earn E-boxes, which can be spent, or PE boxes, which can be spent to unlock information about the abnormality.
Yeah. So we got 8 PE boxes. So we can figure out the work preferences. We can figure out managerial guidelines. Figure out escape information. Let's grab basic information right now. So this is 1 sin and 100 of good deeds. Or hundreds of good deeds. It does white work damage, has max of 10 boxes. These are the outcome ranges for how many boxes some people talk to it.
And that also gave us the information about the ego gift, which is anytime you are interacting with a abnormality, you have a chance of getting the ego gift from that abnormality. In this instance, it is a hat slot. It gives +2 SP and plus 10% success rate when working with 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds.
We set attachment the first time. That seemed to work pretty good, so we'll probably send someone there to do attachment work again. Melendez, get back to it.
You'll notice in the top right there, or top left rather, we have our quota for the day, which is to earn 15 boxes, and there is a time scale that goes up. Every time we interact with an abnormality, time ticks up by 1. So Once we start having multiple abnormalities, time will pass pretty quickly. At the moment, there's no real downside to passing time. As we progress through the game, more mechanics will unlock, and we will need to be much more cognizant of how we are spending our time and what's going to happen when certain things go off.
10 more boxes to work with. Or, sorry, 9 more boxes to work with.
So what these are telling us are, if you send a person into the anomaly chamber and do one of these work preferences, the chart here corresponds to the level of your person that you send in and what kind of interaction they'll have. So if we send a level 1 or 2 person in and do insight, for example, they'll get a high response or a good response.
Well, it's specifically tied to that stat, because each of these is tied is related to a stat. So it is, if they have level 1 or 2 of the white stat,
Inside,
they have a higher success.
Granted, attachment is high across the board, doesn't matter what the stat is.
Yeah, for this particular abnormality, that is correct.
Also,
we also have now unlocked the information on the ego suit, which is a thing we can purchase, up to 5 of them, and those provide us, those are armor. They provide different defenses against the different types of damage that exist in this game.
Yeah. And also, as our observation level goes up, we get flat bonuses. So we have 5% more work chance increase. We just work it faster now. We won't be able to get the ego weapon until we get observation level 3.
Also of note there is, if you look over in the top left again, there's abnormality details and then also abnormality story records.
Yep.
So every abnormality in this game has stories associated with it. These are sometimes sort of legends about what they are. These are sometimes, you know, like documented logs from the actual research on the abnormality, all kinds of stuff. We're not going to be actively reading all of these. They are a lot, but they're all pretty cool. They actually did a really good job with pretty much all the abnormalities in this game, making them fairly interesting. There are a handful that, if we come across them, I will definitely make a point of us looking at their stories, because they are really cool.
Basically, if viewers we have want to read them, they should, as we would typically do, buy the game.
Or, I mean, if I'm being real here, there's a wiki.
Fair enough.
I mean, you absolutely should buy this game. It is a really good game. But
generally, the games that we play on stream are games we recommend. Not always.
I did subject people to the last remnant, and I do continue to apologize for that for the rest of my natural life.
Hence what I said, not always, but generally.
I did also subject people to Enchanted Arms, and I do not apologize for that one.
I don't know that I can conscionably recommend people to pick up the Dung and Rampa games.
To each their own. Like, don't get me wrong. There was some absolute bullshit insanity in those games, and a lot of stuff that I wish I had not seen. That said,
I who played through all 4 of them, I am ambivalent towards them. That should tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, I am still glad that I've gone through it.
Yeah, so these managerial guidelines typically give you hints about how to deal with things or how certain things will react. So in this instance, the information we get is that if you actually get a good result when working with one sin and hundreds of good deeds, it restores mental health, and after the maximum number,
if you get a 10, basically.
Yeah, if you get a 10, it restores the mental health of every employee in the department.
Yes. We also now have access to the ego weapons. Deals white damage, 5-6, speed normal, range short. Requires 15 PE boxes to manufacture, and the ego suit requires 10.
Yeah. As you may have picked up on as well, we have already filled our quota for the day. We could technically end the day and move on to the next day if we wanted. However, we can continue to work for as long as we feel like. At the moment, because there's no real negative repercussions for doing things, there's no real reason not to. Again, later on, there are downsides to passing time. So it becomes a balancing act between how much you're trying to earn on a given day and...
Oh.
Yeah, so here's this. This is technically a breach, but one sin and hundreds of good deeds doesn't actually do anything, so nothing bad happens here. Okay, all seriousness, Tvarog, I appreciate that you are super into this game. We really do not need you wiki dumping on us in chat.
Do I have non-honest employees?
It's cool, and like I said, I appreciate that you're super into this game. Like I said, I find it a really cool game as well, but especially half of us are aware of most of the stuff you're going over, and those that aren't, it's more fun for them to discover it as we play, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you go into the encyclopedia for one sin again,
Yep.
and do the escape information...
It doesn't escape.
Yeah, so in abnormalities, the escape information will always be very important. That will tell you, sort of, give you a counter for how fast they're going to release, and also generally give you some information about what happens when they do.
While it's nice to know, we do appreciate that you want to help us. For me, especially, getting a lot of info dump like that while we're going through the beginning of the game kind of causes like an information overload for me, and I have a lot of trouble like learning that way.
Only a meeting result. Okay, let's go ahead and just complete this workday. Found everything we can.
And we completed our mission. You'll also notice that our workers have small stat increases. So there are the sort of large stats, the fortitude, prudence, temperament, justice, and then there are substats of those things like work success, work speed, etc. So the smaller ones can go up amounts, and then eventually the larger ones will also go up.
And no one died.
Yep. Today.
Important to know that no one died.
Now, with each new day, we get given the choice of new abnormalities.
So this is recording the day we must never forget. Everything will be peaceful. You're under their fairy's care. She was so talkative before, yet in the end, loneliness was the only listener.
I think the first one's probably our best choice, especially if it's a day we must never forget.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Not so sure I'm keen on the idea of any dealing with Faye.
Let's get an old lady.
Fair enough.
Yep. So to explain a little bit, like I said, the the classification codes that you get for the abnormalities do actually mean things. So to explain just a little bit, the starting letter tells you what type of abnormality it is. F is for fairy tale, T is for trauma, O is for original, and D is for donator. Those last two basically just being O is the Project Moon came up with themselves, and D is somebody from like the I believe they were kickstarted, but whatever, like crowdfunding donators basically made those ones. And the second number classifies what type of thing it is. So 1 is humanoid, 2 is animal, 3 is religious, 4 is inanimate object, 5 is machine or artifact, 6 is some sort of abstraction, 7 is a breaching tool, and 9 is tool. And then the final number is typically just a unique identifier of some sort for them.
All right.
So the third number
what did you say
doesn't really
was?
mean anything.
What did you say 3 was in that second slot?
Religious.
Okay. So yeah, the 1 sin and, hundreds of good deeds or whatever that was an original, that's religious, and it's just the third one in that category, more or less.
Sort of. Again, the final number is just a unique identifier. They don't necessarily go in any particular order.
Ah. So it was just assigned the number 3.
Yeah.
Basically. Those are not like category specific. That is just number 3. There are, I want to say 110 abnormalities in the game.
All right. Got to catch them all.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em.
Oh, wait, no, it's not Monday. We don't have to.
Nope. Also, it's not the case if you can't catch them all. It's a random selection each run, basically.
Yeah. And literally, you do not end up with 110 slots for abnormalities in a full playthrough.
God, trying to manage that much stuff would be chaos.
Well, okay then.
Complete 4 work processes with a good result. We still can't increase our safety team or information team or our training team.
These are the upgrades that we can add, at least for this thing.
This will allow us to accelerate the flow of time during management. This allows agents to work in other departments, which isn't useful now, but will be useful later. Because we only have one department at the moment. And
that one just returns everybody to their home department's main room.
Yep. Let's go ahead and get joint command for now. Not have use just now, but it will be useful eventually. This is our new thing. We know it's an abnormal taking the form of an old and feeble woman. Anytime someone enters the containment unit, it will talk to that person.
Yeah.
Knowing its preferences costs 4. It has 4 different guidelines, each costing 3. Basic information costs 12.
Well, the thought that went through my head is taken from an old lady and we'll talk to whoever enters the room with it. It's a cat, people. It's just a cat.
Yep, so as you can see, there is a lot of potential customization.
This is Acacia. This is our new hire.
Particularly perturbed by you messing with her hair.
Welcome to the team, Acacia.
Try not to die on your first day.
Alright.
Set up. We know nothing about this, so... Acacia, you're the new hire. Go talk to this old woman.
Wasn't it taken from the old woman?
What? No, there's an old woman. She talks to people.
What was word it said that it was taken from the old woman?
That takes the form of...
Ah, it takes the form of... Oh, okay.
The old woman clearly has a box total greater than 10. Did pause automatically when I'm in this menu?
I believe so?
No, it does not, given how fast she got back to the main room.
No idea then.
Okay. So we got 11 boxes. That doesn't really let us tell anything. Let's get some guidelines.
Let's see. So when we interact with something other than her, the clip-off counter lowers.
Does insight work? So insight is common across the board. How does instinct? Instinct is also common across the board. Okay. Oh, Jose got the ego item.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So he has a little bit extra SP now, and is better at working with 1 sin and 100 good deeds.
Okay. Oh.
Because we got to time, we have a clip-off meltdown. Now, because somebody is in there working with her, this won't actually trigger until that's done. But
So, because I don't think we've explained it. Basically, clip-off is some sort of generally bad state in most cases that a abnormality can undergo.
Yeah,
And
the only
basically,
thing-
once it's... Oh, go ahead.
I think the only other thing I've ever even heard that word in was Devil May Cry 5. It's gotta be really
again,
weird.
this game uses a tons of terms from the Kabbalah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, under most circumstances, with exception, generally you don't want the clip-off counter to go down, because when the clip-off counter goes down low enough, it means that the anomaly is going to do something real bad.
Oh, I thought going down would be good. We didn't want to get too high.
No, that's kind of bad.
No,
Gotcha.
counter bad.
Okay. We also know that attachment is high and repression is low.
So the old lady is currently in clip-off meltdown state. You can see the little timer above there.
Yep.
Slowly going down.
We don't know what this does. We haven't gained enough information yet to have a little more. That's every child star, not stopping counting. That's the way. More good work result.
And unfortunately, the old lady is content to just hang out in her containment room when she melts down and does not go out roaming the facility to murder people like some abnormalities do.
Snap and kill all the people in the building one time.
There are some cases.
And so you can see there's something going on in her room right now.
There is something going on in her room right now.
Oh, stinky.
That guy's got stinky.
It is worth noting, what that actually is when they're in that sort of meltdown state, you can have somebody go work on them, and if they basically get a good work, it will essentially stop the meltdown.
She's meltdowning again.
Yes, because you keep sending people to work on things other than her.
Well, I'm gonna have to work on things other than her. Can't exclusively talk to an old lady.
Sure you can.
Why won't you talk to me? Billy, please. None of us are named Billy, ma'am.
Why won't you give me grandchildren? I'm not related to you.
No, not my grandchildren. Just find some grandchildren. Give them to me.
Clip counter to 0 gets black shapes. 6 people enter the containment unit. Deal continuous bite damage until the solitude eventually fell off. Could not move or do any work while happening. Her ego thing gives you glasses. Increases your work rate, your work success rate, and work speed.
God, she nerds out of people.
And her suit gives increased defense against white and purple damage, but you take increased red damage from it. Like 50% extra.
Right. Probably send somebody to work with her.
Jose.
They get things done.
Also, we have an absolute ton of PE boxes for one sin, so we should probably get some equipment.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Armor for most people, 1 weapon. Looks like while she is meltdown, if we send someone in there, it stops the meltdown.
It does, however, if they get a bad result. With Old Lady, I don't think it matters, but with some of them, if they get a bad result when preventing a meltdown, it'll just basically trigger another meltdown pretty much immediately.
She already looks like she's not having a good time.
not a good result. Oh, there's a picture of the old lady.
Yeah.
Isn't that what's her face from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Also, her ego weapon is a fucking gun.
Gun.
Her ego weapon is a gun.
Does white damage, damage 2 to 3, fast speed, long range.
Very fast speed.
Costs 30 boxes to manufacture.
Fan that hammer.
Max box 14, good results with 11 14. Shows every store on Earth, even those that cannot possibly exist.
So just to clarify something, because the managerial notes themselves don't actually touch on this for the old lady, there are ways to prevent her clip-off counter from going down while working with other abnormalities. It is specifically, each time work with another abnormality is completed, it goes down, unless she is being worked on when that other abnormality's work completes, or she's on the cooldown timer from having completed work recently.
Ah. So basically she needs to be actively worked when other ones are completing.
Essentially. Yeah, so once we actually unlock information about it, we actually get the clip-off counter there, so you can see hers is currently at 4. One Sins sits at X because it doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, he has no clip-off event.
Yeah.
The giant skull thing with nails in it doesn't break out of itself or do anything abnormally weird. It's actually mostly beneficial.
It is entirely beneficial. I don't think there's any downside to One Sin other than obviously in instances like the old lady, where working on One Sin will lower the old lady, but that's more a factor of like the old lady than One Sin.
Yep.
There's a reason why One Sin is the default one it gives to you like at the beginning, is just because there's basically no downside to it.
Non-escaping entity, clip-off counter of...
That call is going to be up to Shiv Tvorog, since he's the one actually playing the game.
Sure. On with it.
Alright, go ahead and post those settings in the chat, and Shiv will get you made.
The next day. However, the curse continues eternally, never broken. A fairy tale of some sort.
Yep.
It's a good day. Are you still shy today? An original thing of some sort. And why have people been committing sins since long ago? Why do they commit sins, knowing it is wrong?
I want to see the fairy tale one myself.
Oh boy.
Did I pick poorly?
No.
This is a game where pretty much every pick we do is going to be an, oh boy, here we go.
Well, okay then.
There are no right picks, there are no wrong picks.
If it were me, I would have picked 56 just because it is possibly one of the funniest ones in this game.
Was that the last one?
Yeah, the why do people continue to sin?
Yeah. When we all die, just remember it's Hunter's fault.
That's true. I gladly take credit for the death of the entire team, if it happened. However, if
work an
one-
old lady and get some guns.
However, if one person survives, not my fault.
Like, I will say, of the 3 we had available, the second one was probably the most difficult. Although, some real fun comes off the one we did pick.
Wish to mature my speaker.
A number of things.
I'm sure every day is going to be flawless Malkuth, and nothing bad will ever happen here.
Sounds about right. Can't leave any mistakes. You have to destroy all mistakes. None can be left alive.
Oh, just going creepy again. Complete 8 work processes. In containment units under the bomb.
Yep.
Still cannot increase the safety team, the information team, or the training team. Another expansion to control.
Alright.
Whatever this thing is. A self-loathing abnormality that spends all day letting out miserable screams. He wishes to break the cycle of the curse, but there is no way to do so. Peter is once a fair lady of charming green eyes. One day, this poor lady learns of a job opening at the manor of the Count, with the promises of hefty payout.
Those never go bad.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, come on.
If you just want to hit customize, I'll read you off the number. So, name's going to be Cyber Tvorog.
Yep.
The color settings are going to be 255 red, 0 green, 90 blue. So normal eyes are 39. Brows 15. Mouth 5. Panic is eyes 7. Brows 0. Combat is brows 4.
Combat brows 4.
Yeah, combat brows 4, mouth 3.
Dead eyes 1.
And hair is front 35, back 6.
Back 6. Welcome to the team.
What are you trying to do?
Well, we have the equipment. We have armor and weapons.
Trying to find out how to equip them.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe...
Ego list.
Yeah, ego list. There you go. Yeah, you need to go back out of the thing. Those are just the different rankings. We only have Zion stuff right now.
Yeah. So 5% chance. Increase 10 SP on attack. The builder has 10 justice, or 2 plus justice.
Yep. So you drag the person from the list on the right onto the little tab next to it.
Uh-huh.
I think, or maybe click and then click. I don't remember. Yeah, there we go. It's been a while since I've actually played, so it's click and then click, yeah, not drag.
There.
And yeah, some equipment does have required stats, so...
Yep. So we have this thing now.
Friendly.
Just remember, you picked it, Hunter.
Oh no! I said it looks friendly.
Oh boy. Good luck, Griffin.
First day on the job and you're getting the newbie.
No, Griffin's not the newbie. Griffin's been here for like 3 days. He's one of my first people.
Oh. Don't know why I confused Cyber and Griffin. My brain, I swear.
Yeah, worth noting, there is actual travel time as they walk to the containment units, so that comes into play for things like trying to time working with the old lady to other stuff completing.
Yeah. Kind of had a feeling that was going to be part of the way of it.
Oh, that's not good.
Where's the fun in that, Dvorog? It's great to be late in the game with low stats, so shit goes bad.
Yeah, we got a medium result.
Did get a medium result.
Better than nothing.
Repression work shows the best results. Produced a good number of P boxes, but negatively affected the health of FO244.
Oh.
I'm sure Griffin's fine.
I think Griffin's still... he's alive.
One of our veteran researchers. Of course they're still alive.
Yeah.
Extremely hurt.
Oh.
Yes,
Can you
he
bunk it?
is at 0 SP.
Is SP the mental stat?
Yes,
Yes.
Griffin,
SP is, I believe, just actually sanity points.
go talk to ones in good deeds.
Maxed on armor for 1 cent.
The old woman having an issue again?
No, that was 1 cent, but 1 cent doesn't do anything.
Ah.
And also it triggered immediately before we literally had somebody step in there and start working with them, so...
Yeah.
Ah.
Curse exists for centuries, inflicting agony upon many unfortunate victims. Death is another form of joy brought by birth. It's fine, we need to complete works with containment units under Clipboard Meltdown.
Some of us are aware of damage type differences to our the game has not kind of talked about it yet, but yeah, there is the manual in the game as well, which you can learn from, but yeah.
Any type of work other than repression was found to improve the health of FO244. Well, that's a good idea of what happens if we do repeated repression work against it.
Yep.
Repeated repression work, FO244 collapsed with a weak bone on the ground. And then someone else was born from them, from the looks of it. Good to know. So repression is our safest thing to work on it with. But if we do too much repression, it will die and possibly burst out of whoever did that last repression work.
Correct.
Is what I'm getting here.
Yes.
Ah. I'm sorry?
What?
I may have chosen poorly?
It's fine.
This is actually a pretty good introduction to the kind of plate juggling you have to do for this game. You've had a couple of easy entities up until now. Really,
Shiv, how much guidance do you want on this?
I'm just wondering how many times I can do repression work before it kills it.
You literally cannot do it back to back.
Got it.
If you ever do repression twice in a row, it will die on the second one, and the worker you send will die and become the new beast.
Okay. Well, Acacia, I don't know if I should send Acacia in, because she has the most mental stat, which is what the other person got ruined on.
It is not a matter of stats. If you do repression
No,
twice
I'm not
in a
talking
row...
about doing repression. I need to send something other than repression in,
Oh, yeah.
which means
Yeah.
I have to send someone who's going to eat whatever damage it does.
Yeah, fair enough.
And in that case, probably Acacia would be one of the better ones.
No, wait, not repression.
Yeah, means it's like, that's what I was saying. Don't do repression again.
Instinct. Okay. We need to force a break with you, so we're not going to put anyone in your room until this is done. So I have to go out of my way to get to 8 more meltdowns. Or 7 more meltdowns.
Yeah, all you did, Hunter, by choosing this one was make things more entertaining.
Then you're welcome. Yeah, we'll go with that one. You're all welcome.
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
No, the wasn't 1 cent in 100 deeds. This rest clip off, but that's good.
Ah.
We actually
Well,
want that to happen.
it will go to that trigger after you are done with your current work and the countdown, basically.
Okay, Acacia succeeded. Also, we got a perfect result.
Yes, Acacia succeeded and managed to walk away with 9 sanity left.
Better than the last person sent there who didn't come out with sanity.
Yep.
I believe we do have enough boxes on our new one there to get some more info.
We do. So, we can do a couple things. Manufacture a weapon. Manufacture a gun. Okay, since we know repression is the safest thing we got. Oh, the better your instinct is, the worse it is. Okay, good to know. Okay, well now we only have 1s, so it's either one is good, but insight, we need to figure out what our attachment looks like to figure out what the best thing to send in there that isn't the repression check.
Yeah, but where's the fun in 0 deaths, Vorog?
You're death playing too safe. I'll be honest, I picked Fairy Tale because I was curious if I could actually guess which Fairy Tale it's based off of. The answer so far is no.
I mean, it'll be pretty obvious once we unlock the base info.
Ah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and unlock repression as well, because it'll get us a level.
Yeah. Yeah, repression is high across the board. And attachment is bad. Instinct is okay if you have a 1. Insight is okay if you have a 1, 2, or 3.
Quite literally, insight is the best thing to do between repressions.
Yep. It has armor that reduces red and white damage, but increases the black and pale damage you take. Also costs 20 boxes.
Yep. We also now know that the ego gift is the horn, which is 2 HP and SP. As should be evident, you can only have 1 ego gift per slot, basically. Your lady is sad.
Yeah, your lady is sad. Jose, go perform some insight.
Lady yelling again?
No, that's the one that's clip-offing is the one that has the red, like.
Oh,
around it. Literally, the safest thing we can have that can clip off is this. And it's...
Yeah, no, it's fine. I saw, like, around this time the alarm was going off. The old lady had, like, the frowny face.
So our plan for the rest of this day is to basically completely ignore the old lady.
So the basic idea is the reason that she had the sad face on there is specifically because what happens is when she goes into her clip-off meltdown state, the solitude effect fills the room. When you the next time you send an agent into that room, it immediately acts as a failed interaction or a bad interaction, and the user gets affected by the solitude, which makes them uncontrollable for X amount of time.
Ah.
Wow, Jose actually did a good job with insight. Also, basic information. This is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
You can look at the story records. Makes more sense.
Well, okay then.
I don't know what his Beauty and the Beast break is going to do.
Well, it's fine. We've got somebody to go work on it.
Yeah. We are literally sending somebody to work on it right now.
Yeah, it will prevent the meltdown.
That's good.
Yeah, as you go further and further on in the day, more triggers happen. So you can see there at the time bar, there is a 2 now. That means every time we fill the time bar, 2 abnormalities will go into that state.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That being said, you can get some small amount of insight into it by looking at the clip-off counter.
Acacia has gone crazy?
Yep.
They just, a nice nap, glass of warm milk.
Who did you give the stick to?
Melendez has a stick.
Have Melendez go beat Acacia for a little bit.
I'm sorry, what? That's how we're treating insanity, huh?
Well, specifically because different kinds of damage do different things, and in this case, the white type damage that the weapon that Melendez is holding does cures insanity.
Or suppression. There we go.
If we sent like one of our regular people with their riot sticks, they would just beat her to death.
Right, so we want to use the padded stick. Gotcha.
Yes. Padded stick of naughtiness forgiveness.
Get back here!
Oh, you gotta hit me with the stick!
You're damn right I'm gonna hate you with a stick.
Ever think that maybe not doesn't want to get hit by a stick? Someone just fell over.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
but
interns
there's a
suffer
bunch of...
the interns suffer poorly when the actual employees start freaking out.
Melendez is also freaking out now.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yes,
with the stick is kind of crazy.
because being exposed to somebody who is panicking causes other people to panic. Hence why we wanted to try and beat Acacia with the stick.
Yeah. Huh. Actually, I wonder.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing you can do is you can send someone into one sin and 100 good deeds
And
to
hope
try
for a
and
perfect
trigger
result.
the
Yep.
perfect result. Because there is no way to fix insanity apart from somehow restoring SP to the target.
Apart from beating him with the white stick. Gotcha.
Well, or starting next day, shooting them with the gun.
Yeah, the gun does white damage.
There we go.
Oh.
Can I equip people's guns midday?
No.
No.
As I said, starting next day.
Ah!
I love how far this is spreading. This is amazing. Well, the interns are dead.
Yeah, they're
They're interns. There's more of them.
There we go. Perfect result. Doesn't affect the crazy people. Got it.
Yeah.
Like we're ending the day because we're not going to get three
Yep.
more work on the clip off meltdown. Just the two people running around like, and they're just dead.
Yep. If they end the day insane, they're dead.
Yep.
Now might be the time to point out, next to the little button that says proceed to the next day is a little button that's a loop. This allows you to retry the day you're on.
Coward's way of doing things. They didn't survive. They weren't strong enough.
Okay, so
Just
what we're
maybe
doing
worth
is I'm
keeping
not
in
allowed to
mind
pick.
for later on, because you do also lose any equipment they had.
Yes.
Yeah, they were equipped with stuff from the...
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Later on, there is equipment that is not quite so easy to replace. All right, so eventually, intellect loses all meaning as they forget even how to exist. Or we've got, do you remember this melody? The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. Or, those betrayed hearts sank into the depths, slowly forgotten, in the ever-lengthening corridors of time. Hunter, you basically picked the last one. Krampus, you got any preference here?
I think T99.
Number 9. All right.
I was gonna say, I don't think I'm allowed to pick anymore.
13% increase.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take pride in that.
Wait, we're celebrating that?
I'll drink.
Yep. To Menendez. Expanding mixed royalties.
You can't get the other three.
Nope.
Just window shopping for a hairstyle.
That looks like an Acera to me.
My guess is Shiv is just hitting the rando button.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, you guys can't see the mouse, can you?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep. Okay, Jose, I trust you the most. You get a gun.
Suave newbie.
Cyber, I also trust you enough to have a gun. Oh. Everyone else gets beat sticks.
But beat sticks of happiness and joy.
Actually, Quinn, you don't get a beat stick in case I need to do red damage. Okay, we need to get one more suit again.
Yep.
Yep.
Where the equipment goes with them. Did the anomalies eat them?
Oh,
Eh. Yep. Again, stats will increase from utilizing those stats. So, doing a bunch of attachment eventually grows your temperance. Doing a bunch of repression eventually grows your justice, etc., etc. And the reason why justice is more expensive than the other stats is because justice is move and attack speed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this new one that we got is a slightly different type of anomaly.
Looks like
Yes.
a music box.
You can see it does not actually give PE boxes, hence why the symbol there is different. And if you click on that symbol to pull up the encyclopedia, these are essentially tools. These are objects that can be interacted with, and information is unlocked by interacting with them for certain amounts of time. This is collective, not necessarily all in one burst. Different objects like this will have different effects. Some of them you don't want to use for too long. And some of them you want to use for as long as possible, etc., etc.
Okay. Who's going to be the first sacrifice? Okay, there's no way Griffin can go crazy. I have faith in you, Griffin.
Then Griffin went crazy.
Oh, that'll be a problem. Quinn, welcome to the team. Sarah, welcome to the team. Same thing. Still have the complete underclip off meltdown.
Yep. All right, we have begun gaining time on Object 9.
Yes.
Hear a music box playing.
Hmm?
You can actually hear a music box playing.
Yep. If you go ahead and... Yeah, we have the first one here.
Cover SP, including the employer playing the music box and everyone's apartment where it is located.
Oh, he went crazy.
Wow.
Did, in fact, go crazy.
Send one of the folks with guns to go deal with them. Check the... Oh yeah, we have the name for it now, which means we have the base information.
Yep. Okay. Quinn is
Stop.
good
Right.
again. Only hit you a couple times, Cyber.
This is Teresia.
Channeled
It is
use.
a channeled use tool.
Recovers SP. I'm gonna guess, based on them going crazy so quick, that I've been hitting a minute of use. It probably has some sort of drives you crazy if your sanity is full effect. Based on the fact that it is a sanity restoring item.
Possibly. You'll have to use it more to find out.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, Griffin, you get in there. Quinn, you know how you just went crazy listening to this music box?
Let's do it again. Quinn's no good, very bad day. I just got hired. It's my first day on the job. Oh, God!
It is worth noting that interacting with object-type abnormalities such as Teresia does not actually add time to the time counter. you do not work with them the same way.
Oh, he didn't go crazy that time.
I also ended it early.
Ah, okay, got it.
I just did repression.
You have the next set of information on Teresia.
20 to 30 seconds after the past music box begins playing, the SP of the employee operating the music box will begin to rapidly cause them to panic. My assumption is...
By rapidly, it basically means it empties.
Yeah. I was assuming an overflow thing if they were full.
No.
But it means we can use it to heal people's SP as long as we pay attention.
Yep.
$109 seconds.
1 minute, 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
I believe it was 3 minutes for full information on Teresia.
Yep. It's a non-escaping entity.
Yep. Yeah, the clue to that is that the clip-off counter is an X.
This is perfectly safe as long as we pay attention. Just an insight.
I'll be back.
Yep. So wait, show use time.
When you go to work on it.
Oh, I do work on this.
Yeah. Yep. So now it's just a matter of getting boxes to get the weapon and suits if you want them.
Yeah. Yeah, but you just have the beast turned into the beast. So on and so forth.
Yep. Yeah, so that being said, while working with Beauty and the Beast is very dangerous, Horn hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
5'9", fast with medium range. So if we need to beat something to death, Horn is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The suit, not the greatest, but that weapon is, for early game, right, one of the better red weapons you can get access to early on. It is also worth noting with things like Teresia, there is no actual, like, cooldown time to it, so as long as they don't hit the, like, 30-ish second mark and go crazy, you can tell them to stop, and immediately as soon as they're in the hallway, tell them to go back in, and it resets the whole counter.
Basically, the exact same info from the.
Yes, that is the intro text. Yes.
Also, never trust description until you have all of it unlocked. I learned that in my playthrough of this game. There'll be times where, like, most of the information is in, like, the first 2 or 3. I'm good with, forging ahead like I know what I'm doing and missing some critical piece, and then it murders me. Usually the answer to any, interesting story in Lobotomy Corporation is, and then it murdered me. But I learned a valuable lesson.
You should send someone to go work on Sin.
Oh, yes.
Yep, we need to increase that counter.
Yep.
Yeah, the red box explicitly is clip-off meltdown.
Yep. Get back in there, boy.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We are still performing the gentle dance of the music box. Oh, hey, one of our people got the glasses. Up in the, waiting room.
Oh, yeah. We have all the info on Teresia now.
Yep.
Excessive listening, they will lose grip on reality. Things are mad. That's what you basically know from this.
Yep.
Yeah, so Teresia actually mostly just good for us. As long as we
As long as you pay attention. That is how most of the sort of tool or object ones work. Is they are pretty much entirely positive, except if you do not remember to use them right, you will get fucked. Agent comes from the other side of the fucking moon to go work with the old lady.
Rather than just go this way. We just did the end. Yeah, because Jose was doing this. We just did the insight. I'm specifically making Jose do everyone that isn't repression. Because he has our best sanity. He has like twice the sanity of anyone else in our entire group.
Just keep in mind that does technically mean that gradually, like if you're doing the, if you're constantly doing insight with him, his prudence will go up. Meaning he will not be.
But insight is also the same. He has to get to rank 4 before it makes a difference on this one. But then we can have someone else start doing it.
I believe that should be 4 works completed with Clip-Off Meltdown now.
That is 4 of 8, yeah.
Yep. Goes a little bit faster now that we're getting effectively 2 at a time.
Yep.
And also, when people take that sanity damage from working with the beast, we can also just have somebody go touch the music box.
Griffin, go use the music box. Jose, go play with the beast again. It's just working things now to increase our timer.
Yeah.
We got our clip-offs.
Also, we have 1,000,000 boxes on the old lady.
We do, yeah. Sarah, get back in there. Oh no, the music box overloaded.
Yeah, object types having a meltdown are usually very funny because you can basically just touch them and immediately abandon as long as they're channeled use types.
Yep.
Oh, look, a perfect from the from one sin.
Yep. We need 2 more meltdown. Works.
Yep. Basically, just fill up the
gauge
time bar one more time here.
Yep.
Then we will have completed that mission.
I think all in all, we got a pretty manageable set of items here.
For the moment.
Like,
The game never stops adding plates, I know that.
Like, the only thing I have to actively remember is to keep swapping back and forth.
Switching,
what we do
yeah,
for Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
And I will be honest, this is about as far as I've played in the game. Up to the end of like day 4, maybe a little bit into day 5 and 6.
They're complete.
Indeed. And nobody died this time.
No one went crazy and died this time. People got promotions.
Yeah. Jose went from Prudence 2 to 3. Griffin went Justice 1 to 2.
Did he get justice for beating on one of our own people with a bat?
Yes.
Yep.
Good man.
And it was a bat of forgiveness.
Oh no, Griffin went up in justice because he's the one I kept sending in to do the repression.
Repression, yeah. It's all off of the actual work you do.
Yeah.
It's not from, you don't gain stats from attacking things outside of that.
He is the one I keep sending in to do repression because he is the next best like SB. Proceed to the next time.
Once we kind of get through this, because it saves at the beginning of the day, this is probably a good place to call it for now. Once we sort of get through all of this.
Yep. Cut the bullshit. Yeah, not so spectacular. Now we have new people.
Do have new people.
Featuring Yasad and his tactical turtleneck.
Yep. And Hawk.
And my favorite of the Sephira, Hod.
complete a dusk ordeal.
Yep. So this is where we start getting some serious shit going on from time passing. Can't unlock the other ones yet. Still can only do control team.
So we can hire people, but we have no slots.
Correct.
Jose, you're my boy. Prince is 3 now. Quinn, since you're the beater, you get the better beater stick.
Quinn, mighty Quinn.
We're also going to make his area a beater as well. Since we need to white damage, we have 2 people with guns.
Yep. Then remember to throw the armor on somebody.
Yeah. I really think just Penitence is probably the best universal one.
It is quite good
Just
to
for
start
fun.
with.
Like, if we know we're going to have to deal with, like, physical or white damage, it'd be good to put people in path, but right now we're still kind of in the anything can kind of happen. And the things
Well,
that we do white damage is the same protection for...
And yeah, Horn is only marginally better against red than Penitence is anyways.
And is incredibly weak to
Black.
purple or whatever, if the event that starts showing up.
It is red, white, black, and pale.
Yeah, just everyone in the 1 cent of goodies.
Yep. You will notice there's a secondary trigger to when dusk falls there.
Which one does fall? It's supposed to be past day 20. So we can't complete when dusk falls until we actually get past day 20.
Correct. I believe the reasoning for that is I don't think we actually get a dusk ordeal until day 20.
Yeah.
So this is a good point to stop.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll end here. Join us again next week for a bit more of this. Otherwise, join us on Thursday as we continue our journey, adventure, battles through alternate France Revolution in Banner of the Maid. Join us on Sunday for more Super Robot Wars V. Back here again on Monday for more of our Elden Ring playthrough. We probably have 1, 2, 3 sessions left of that, depending how quickly we
Something
get
like
through stuff. And then again, here next week for more of this. Regenerate energy and try and hopefully remember the things I have to keep track of with the ones we currently have.
I mean, we'll probably go over it like the second we start.
Yeah. When we get back to it. But otherwise, I've been Shiv.
I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
And I've been Hunter Grain.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And remember, if you have to deal with any anomalies, try and find out as much information as you can.
Or else you get the beat stick.